what?
Kevin, you're talking. Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
That was what I was about to say.
Can I be part of the Jellyfish Squatters Club, Kevin?
What?
SpongeBob.
Wow, you didn't catch that?
Oh,
Hi, Kevin.
That actually
Right.
wasn't too bad.
Can you guys submit questions for us? Because the only ones I have right now are not serious.
Yeah, there's only one serious one that's submitted, or you can just I
Seriously?
guess, ask them.
Another one, it's
Yeah.
just a prank.
Yeah, it's just a prank,
a prank, bro.
It's just a prank.
Yeah, I'll
Come
submit a
here.
question. I was just gonna ask
Why are
a
you
question
ignoring me?
straight up in front of everyone.
You can do that
Because
also.
I'm
You can
not
do
a
that if
pussy
you want
boy.
to. You can do that if you want to.
If you want to ask a question, then you just go ahead. We're already recording now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead, fire. I'm only going to be here for about 40 to 50 minutes, so if you guys want to hit me up first.
Only.
Okay. You don't know how
I
many questions the
apologize if
people
there's
have.
cartoon music in the background, by the way. My siblings are watching TV.
It's okay.
It's not okay. Alright, so somebody step up.
Who
Hello?
wants the question?
Zephyrin, you had a question?
No.
Yes. If you ask
It was
me.
gonna be ridiculous, like, Cap, why are you such a bitch? But,
It's not ridiculous.
Yeah, you can just ask
It's a
the
valid
question.
question.
It's
Yeah,
a
ask
valid
any
question. We need a
Yeah.
valid fucking answer to. What
Yeah.
people want to know.
Yeah.
I have a voice. I
I
have
don't
a
think you have a
question.
voice.
You have a
Okay.
question?
Quit
Yeah.
dying, Carney.
Mm,
You have a
just
question?
wait, I need to breathe.
No, you don't. You don't, Carney. You don't need to breathe. It's okay. Just spit
Yeah.
out your question.
Okay. Wait.
What's the question, Carney?
Okay, my question is, personally, what do you see of Project Patch and how do you want to improve it for yourself?
Alright, started off really hard and heavy.
Hey.
Dramatic
I
music.
think I'm gonna abstain from this line of questioning and just go play Smite again.
Shut up.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I need a GoFundMe so I can buy more alcohol so I can be happy. And that sounds like a good thing to me. I mean, that would make me happier on Project Patch.
Yeah.
Being more drunk more times.
Yes.
Oh,
Alright,
we
I
have
got
No,
you.
no, not more the times. All of the times.
we have another
Alright,
actual
constant
question.
bloodstream alcohol thing,
We
whatever.
have-
We'll hook you up to an IV with Jack in it.
Focus, guys.
We have another actual question in what's it called, the Google Docs. It asks, "What are your plans with Project Patch? Would a merger of communities
It's
ever
gonna have to be
considered?"
heavily edited. I'm just pointing that out.
Well,
That's fine.
especially if you keep talking.
Yeah, dibs, please. What are your plans with Project Patch? Would a merger of communities ever be considered?
So we actually have a ton of things in the works that some stuff I can't necessarily talk about yet.
Wait, we do?
Yeah,
Kinda.
Yeah.
in the CM stuff
Oh,
stuff like months out that
I see how it is.
yeah.
Months? You misspelled years, Duck.
Okay,
But yeah.
excuse you. Trying to give them hope. I mean, look. Well, first up, we need to grow our community because in the evening hours, in terms of US, tend to be lacking in activity, and so growing our European audience would be excellent. And then bringing in more people really provides more opportunities for us because depending on how long you've been with us, that initial day 0 to day 5, we had so many things offered to us that we just couldn't take on at the time because we just weren't organized. You know, there was no direct mod line and everything wasn't in order and set. But the more people we can bring in, the more word we can spread, the more opportunities, the more fun you guys can have, more free games, you know, whatever. So, I mean, at some point it'd be nice to turn this into a nonprofit, and that we don't know when that will be, but it depends on the community size.
Maybe.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna add on that. No. If you've got a question, go ahead.
Yeah, here's a question, Mocap. How about you just let me speak for a second, right? Thanks. So
Doesn't sound like a
you
question.
said getting more
Excuse me,
people into the
bitch.
community.
Can we find out
Excuse
the class?
me, Mocap.
Guys,
you
please,
said-
no cussing.
You said getting more people into the community is a good thing, right? So if you merged communities with another one who are pretty much focused on the same goals as Project Patch, then wouldn't that be a good thing as well?
Yeah, it would, but the way that merger would go down is they would be absorbed because I'm not changing our brand name and we have a pretty good setup, so finding smaller communities and eating them alive.
It's like Agario.
Like, that is literally my plan.
It's like Agario, yeah.
Sounds so
Okay.
harsh when you put it that way.
I don't know if that should go in there.
You gain mass over time.
It's too late.
Living
It's
on
already
players.
recorded.
We're
You
also
fucked up.
kinda working with YouTube stuff to try to recruit more people, this is kind of a Kickstarter for that YouTube channel, this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
So
this will be
Project Patch is like your mom getting fatter and fatter.
mocap.
What? No, sorry. Oh my god.
Okay, guys,
Carnage
I know I
free.
like Ben and Jerry's, but seriously?
Wait, what?
That's great.
It's okay, Mocap. I'm here for you.
Says,
Oh. Next question.
Yeah, next question.
Did we
Feel
ever
free to
answer that
submit it.
first one?
No.
Carnies.
No one answered that yet.
All right. I see a lot of good stuff that happens, and I know it's been pretty darn rough for the last couple months, to say the least. I'm like, sorry, I'm gonna turn you way down, Saku. And so getting through that community drama and finding everyone's place is going to start giving us stability. And when we have stability, people have the freedom to grow and they have the freedom to go pursue their own things inside of their own console platform. And so when we start having ground for people, that's when we can start expanding in certain areas and hopefully just kind of explode and keep growing.
I got a question actually,
Mm-hmm.
if that's okay.
Yeah, that's
No.
fine.
Discord's been having a lot of outages, off and on,
Yes.
and sometimes it'll last for an hour or two, which is fine, take a break, whatever. But sometimes they'll last for like a day or two, and I just wanted to know, like, because I usually, if that happens, I jump to the Steam group, but then I never see anybody in there, and I just was wondering, like, as a temporary backup, do we, like, should we post to the Steam group or something? I don't know. Whenever Discord is down is what I'm asking.
Yeah, to address Discord being down, I know I read in their changelog or their news that in January they are shifting their server hosting. And so they should have more uptime. I think
Okay.
they quoted a huge number. I can check the Twitter right now. But I think the Steam group would be a good backup.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that people are paying attention to our Steam group. Because we moved Steam group, so our current one's at 528 people. Not sure. Let's see, I can double check again.
Yeah, about 500 or so.
529. I can't close the old one, but it's locked.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't delete it till everyone leaves, but yeah, the Steam chat would be something we should move to, but pulling all of these people off of Steam would be excellent, and I think that would really help if we can get people re-involved in Steam, because if you guys remember the first couple weeks, Steam chat was pretty active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, it's unfortunate that it died down, but like hopefully we can get it, going back up again. Maybe make it more active again. We do a lot of stuff centered around Discord. I do think we should do some more stuff centered on the Steam group as well. Try to bring some life into it, but we're working on that. Hopefully.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really noticed. I've noticed that the disco mods are typically like the lower mods are usually a lot more active than the admins. Can you explain like what the difference between a mod and an admin is?
So the admins work behind the scenes on stuff you guys may or may not know about. So mocap is in charge of completely organizing all of the moderation stuff on various sites and setting up our trees and doing to-do lists and all that stuff. Atticus has been pretty busy and out because of Christmas time and his current work, and he's also moving, so he hasn't really had time, but when he comes back, we're going to start pushing veteran gamers and trying to get them on here as soon as we can set up a system of support. Superfly is running our Twitch and YouTube, which pretty much has been back work up until today, and this is probably like the first public appearance of what he's about to do. And then Dream and Tofu are our PC mods, and once the events start going, they're going to start handling anything related to Steam and PC.
And also Tofu takes care of MOBAs as well, I believe. So
Yes.
he does that, yes.
And growing the MOBA community. Go ahead.
The other thing you should bear in mind is that the disco mods are the moderators entirely for Discord, so most of their work is on Discord. All the other mods have work somewhere else, so they're not being asked to watch Discord. If there aren't any Discord mods online, you are perfectly okay to go and ask any of the other mods to help you. That's just fine. But if you're on Discord, your Discord mods is your first port of call.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Does that make more sense?
I thought disco mod meant they were able to manipulate that.
What?
I thought disco mod meant they were allowed to manipulate KPAT. I feel dumb now.
Oh, Discord.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest with you here, sweetie. I'm like the CM, and I still didn't get that for about a week.
I'll change it to Discord mod then.
There you go.
Actually,
I always wondered what that meant.
I'm just gonna change it. I don't know.
I was like, oh.
I don't know who's in here.
Yeah. Don't
He's
worry.
not.
Don't worry. Me too.
I really like
No.
the OSU server setup because they have several ranks and different names for the moderators that we might take a look at. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Any other questions from anybody?
I guess for what I do, because I didn't really answer that. I don't really do anything. I just read rewards.
What are you talking about?
honey, your job is to annoy me. Captain, your job is to annoy me.
He's like the CEO. He doesn't really have to do anything. He's mostly for looks.
I have a question. What does Superfly do? What you do here, mate?
He's pretty super fly.
I kind of jump from job to job. Right now I'm working on Twitch and YouTube, getting all that set up, which has been kind of annoying recently.
Yeah.
And before that I helped, set up the forums, get everything up in there, and then no one used them after that. And then before that I worked on Reddit and Steam. I just do whatever needs to be done.
Supers are a bit of our jack of all trades kind of guy. If we have a problem when we don't know who to fill it, it's like, just give it to Super.
That's what I do. If I'm bored, I find something to do.
Yeah, but we definitely want to re-engage our Reddit crowd. So
yeah,
if you notice, I mean, the Reddit posting's pretty slow, but I know Super has his eye on that. If and when we get it back bumping. Hey, Saku, do you want to mute your mic?
Is it doing something?
Yeah, it keeps firing and clicking.
Okay, sorry.
I think it was me, so.
No, it wasn't you, Carney. Don't worry.
Keep questions coming in if you want, guys.
If we don't have any, I can say one.
Okay.
You can also submit questions through the Google Docs form as well. Hear
If
a
you
little-
guys if we don't have any questions and a bit of a lull, I may have a minor rant.
That'll
Oh,
work.
boy.
Oh no! Somebody submit a question, please.
Yeah, you better submit a question quickly.
There's a question in
Save
the Google
us.
form we can use.
It's kind of related to this and in general.
Okay.
Is a rant okay? Is it within the category?
Let's. Any please, somebody. Do you have a question?
Okay,
Carney,
Okay, I
Carney
won't
does.
rant, I
She's
promise.
typing it out.
Okay, I'll use the one from the Google form. It says, I haven't seen any suicide hotline numbers anywhere, and I know there are charts on them based by country. Wouldn't it be a good thing to paste them somewhere? We actually have a spot on the forums that has, I think, every suicide hotline known pasted on there. We could also post a link to that everywhere else, like on Steam, Discord, wherever.
Mhm.
I think since the first thing people usually link to, we should probably throw that in the rules,
Yeah.
right at the bottom.
Yeah, that could be something good.
I already talked to Kevin. I'm sure he's going to send me a message. We're going to set that up and post it in a locked channel on the main Discord. But it might be a couple days just for formatting and such. So that's coming. Anyone else? Let's see what Carney said. Carney, you're going to have to voice this one.
Hey, YOLO Swag. Are you gonna be hosting more events and more things? Like, is there more stuff in the works right now?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
we are hoping to do more events and such. We're getting the kinks worked out. We want to see how we want to do it. Because sometimes our events can be a little bit of a mess, so we want to get it a little better prepared. Like that.
Like, sorry.
yeah. I actually have the calendar written on my whiteboard.
Yeah.
Yes, we also do have recurring events as well, such as tabletop. I think a few MOBA recurring events.
We have a
and
CS:GO night. We have a League night. We have a tabletop
Guild Wars
night. Now
2,
we have a Guild Wars 2
2.
night.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a tabletop Monday morning for Europeans and whatnot, because it's like 4 or 5 p.m. for them. So
Hey, Cap, I had another question.
Mhm.
Real quick.
If you
What's
ask about
the
salad.
what?
If you ask about salad.
No.
Sorry.
What's the deal with the Project Patch PC Index document that you started? Is that for everyone, or what's the deal with that?
It's for everyone. It's based off of Gallagher's model, but the way that one was originally set up was a little cluttered, and it was when he first created that, it was wonderful, but that was about 2.5 months ago. And so reading back through it, there's a lot of inactive people on there that aren't active members in our community anymore, which is unfortunate. But I think just refreshing it and trying to aim it towards our events rather than just the masses. I guess just trying to hit the 90% of our group, and whatever games are common and popular, then people can find people who play that, and then niche games we can attack it another way. We have another index for that.
Okay.
Should I go for it?
Yeah, Mocap, are you here?
I am in Dizzle.
Okay, please listen to this. Go ahead.
Okay, a lot of people know I'm talking to a lot of people to generally just to ask about opinion and such stuff and looking if everything is alright. And it came to my senses, some people aren't happy with the current situation and some about some stuff in Project Patch. For example, one actually said he was ashamed to be a part of this, and I was asking why. And the explanation was that every time a problem has come up, it's not dealt it's dealt with it like the exactly wrong way.
Can you give us an
And
example?
in a way they dealt. I asked for an example too, like he meant like the people who are in charge should be less immature and more fair. Like for example, the Sunny and Sinjin stuff comes up again here. He banned them during the Royal Orange Room fiasco because they criticized what he was doing. Like he was mean cap.
Okay.
I know it's a bit personal in a way, and so I was asking what. So you just repeat what other people say who don't know what's actually going on. So, and he was like, everyone knows.
Yeah, I see what you're saying and know what you're talking about, but examples of that is a little too personal to talk about for some people.
Yes, of course.
I would like to make a public just clarification on all of that because the hold on, it's okay. On the Sunny and Sinjin stuff, the day that it was a Thursday, and I woke up in the morning and I came on and asked people what we need to do to improve patch, and that came after they wrote us the letter, which I would say about 90% of what they wrote I agreed with and had been addressing for the last couple months with the help of my team. And when we hopped into a voice channel, one of the members pretended that she did not know anything about what had transpired or that one of her close friends had written the letter. And we all knew that that was, a blatant lie. So I called her out on it and said, no, you're incorrect. And, he's very much a part of this. So don't lie, And so when he got on later, he laid into me and said that I was talking behind his back and that everything that we had done here is basically garbage and that I should not lead this group and that all of my entire mod team is garbage and that everyone here is an idiot. And just kind of made personal attacks. I responded very professional. I said, if you want to see change, you need to be a part of it. You can't just watch things happen and then get mad about it. And so then when that incident reappeared, I guess, that was kind of the last straw, as when the first user who called me out decided to pick up personal stuff when the situation had nothing to do with me, really. And I said, okay, I guess we're going to talk about this. And I went into Matcha and tried to find a neutral moderator and took all the people that I knew had issues into a separate server. And we would have only the people who had issues and one neutral moderator. And couldn't get a neutral moderator in there fast enough. And he twisted it, and one of the other members who was very involved would not join. And just kind of, she actually said, I chose not to be a part of it because I didn't want to take responsibility for anything that had happened.
And we have had similar sort of issues happen in the past, but we have been working pretty hard to get rid of any mods that let personal bias get in the way of what they need to do.
I think the problem is that we have to remember is that this is a community for people with mental health problems. And that means that we're also largely being run by people with mental health problems. Which means sometimes things aren't as simple as it is in other communities. It's not as clear and it's not as straight. But the most important thing that we all have to start doing is talking to each other.
Amen.
And
so, I just wanted to.
Can I?
No,
you can't.
Fast?
No,
you
actually,
can't.
I can. It's okay, Jason.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, buddy. One of the things that it's just kind of a general community attitude is putting other people first. and making sure, thinking, because you don't know what everyone's dealing with. You don't know how their day went. You don't know what happened to them. And so when you come in, you maybe make an offhand joke and it upsets them. Then, you have to understand and maybe be the bigger person that they are struggling and that they need help. And, be that hand that reaches out to them rather than continually instigating with them.
The thing is that in a community like this, you can't avoid upsetting someone. You're going to upset someone. It's going to happen. We're a gaming community with mental health problems. So the thing is that we have to accept that at some point we're going to offend somebody, and at that point we need to just put on a big boy pants and say, do you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I offended you. I didn't know that it would, and I'm sorry. End. Just to, go on a mini rant.
Jason, please.
I just wanted to say, if people have a problem with the way that things are going, it's always better to actually go straight to the person that you have a problem with and try and talk things out rather than let problems sit and fester over time, because things always get worse, and always just try and look at things from the other person's perspective as well.
I completely agree with you. The only thing I want to add is that if you're not feeling like you're confident enough to talk to that person directly, yeah, I can speak English. Then you should absolutely go through a mod. But if you can and you feel right to do it, then do it directly, because there's no point. He said, she said. It just wastes energy.
Just have somebody there for accountability.
For this example, the person I just kind of read to you guys also said to me he wouldn't talk to any other person in a higher position or in a position to do something for it except me, because he was scared that actually Cap will do something. I don't know where he got the idea from that somebody will punish him for saying he doesn't feel good in his community. I wanted to explain to him. He said he experienced in the time he was here that people made fun of other people. Like in the incident we talked earlier, he said the one person was made fun of, including Cap himself. Well, I wasn't sure. Like I asked for pictures, like screenshots, but he didn't give me any. And he just said that sometimes he has the feelings a lot of passion about personal stuff comes into when we try to rearrange something. So I have the feeling he kind of tried to tell me that he don't feel safe by talking to someone directly about the issues he have.
Well, I mean, my door is always open. Some of the times when people come to problems with me, and it's been in the past, it's been rearranged the moderation team when in reality mocap had already set up the tree for it, and we were waiting until like 3 days from now to implement it and rearrange it. So there are a lot of things that we're trying to move around, and it just takes time for us, because I know people complained about I need to talk training, it not being good enough, and we're currently rewriting the training, writing our own training, trying to be the best that we possibly can, but it takes a lot of time, especially when people aren't willing to help us out.
So this is kind of a shout out to people?
No, I think what we should be doing is finding out what's causing this discommunication, because we can't have discommunication in this community. That's not good. I think we need to start working out why it is. I mean, if you can talk to us with that user, we can find out what it is that's making them feel like they can't talk to us. and see if we can find a way of being able to bridge that gap, because this doesn't happen with everybody, but when it does happen, it needs to be dealt with, and we need to make sure that everyone feels like they can say when they have a problem, or that they can say when they don't like something. It's not okay if someone is scared to talk to a moderator or talk to an admin.
Right.
I will say
Does
though,
that make sense? So I would like you and I and that user, if that user is willing to come forward to me, talk about what the problem was, because I don't think I was involved in any of that. It doesn't sound familiar to me. So I might be a good person to be kind of like a middle ground, a neutral ground to make sense. It'll all be new to me.
Yeah.
So if you, me, and that user can get together, then the three of us can talk, and we can make a private channel if you need to. And then the three of us can talk and we can work out what's happened. Because then if I know what's happened, if I know what's caused this user to be afraid of talking to us, I can prevent it in the future.
I will say though, if you're going to come to us and voice your concerns, please do it in a respectful and professional manner, and we will treat you in the same way. But we've had people come to us and swear at us and just be general jerks about what they want, and it's really difficult to listen to those people and to try to, to want to make those changes for them.
Yeah, I agree with people.
If we're done on this question, a few more questions were submitted on the Google Docs form. Let me see here. 3 of them are, why is a rant a way to fill empty space? One of them is, I don't know if I overread it or if it isn't explained anymore, but an explanation about what listeners are exactly would be kind of cool.
Okay.
So let's answer the actual question.
Since Kevin won't talk.
Yeah,
sorry. Kevin, come here. This is your job.
Now's your time to shine.
Yeah, he's
I really don't have any choice this time, do I?
No, you do not.
God damn it. So the question is that what do the listeners exactly do, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are the volunteers who have gone through so far the proper training and have been proven to us that they can actually listen to people's problems and provide actually useful advices. And their job is to actively monitor the I Need to Talk channel. And if somebody needs help, they will be the first people to respond to that person and provide the necessary help they need.
And part of watching the I Need to Talk channel is also crowd management. So sometimes we get a member in there who reaches out and 6 or 7 people will respond. And part of their job is just to make sure that there's not a flood of information and that the trained people who are able to handle the situation are there and we're giving the correct responses and the right advice at all times.
Can I say something on this real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Please do.
So the listener training is not simple by any means, and it's not easy. Okay, it's like what the listeners actually do for their training is kind of difficult in my opinion. I couldn't become a listener because I couldn't complete the training. It's just a lot of training that you have to go through. So I don't want everyone to just get this misconception that, oh, it's just, you answer like 5 questions and then you go through an interview and it's that simple. No, it's like a couple hundred questions and then you go through an interview. It's not as simple as everyone would like to believe it is.
No, I understand where you're coming from, Jason. I was in the program for a little bit, but then I just didn't do anything because it seemed so much. So, I'm just a regular head PC mod. Yeah, it is a lot, but from what I hear from the other listeners,
Says something about the people complaining about that, though.
What do you mean? What?
Which is
about the listeners, like they're just not realizing how much we actually did for it already.
That's what I'm trying to bring to light. Is that the listeners actually do a lot more than people see. It's a lot more behind the scenes, And just because the training is so intense, and then people aren't always just messaging and I need to talk. People will PM listeners and ask listeners, hey, can I get this sort of help or whatever. I mean, there was somebody yesterday and I need to talk that said, hey, can a listener PM me? You know, it's not just black and white on Project Patch like everyone thinks it is.
One of the other things I'll say is that the bigger we get, starting to increase the number of professionals or semi-professionals that volunteer for the listener program, not all of whom are through the training yet. And so as we start to get bigger, especially on the listener side, I guess our knowledge is going to expand and our abilities are going to be so much better. But that comes with time and people volunteering their time with their time and their knowledge that they have. So yeah.
And people willing to do the listener work in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Listener work is actually, it's a lot, but it's also very comprehensive. I didn't do it because I'm just really lazy. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but like it's really comprehensive, and if you want to listen to people, you want to help people, it would be worth your while. You know, it's very fulfilling from what I hear from some of the listeners. So, it is a lot, but if you can make it through it, then it's very worth it, I believe.
May I add something personal experiences?
Sure.
Just saying, like, as a listener myself, I mean to say, a lot of people can't see our work and PMs and such stuff, because we approach or get approached more personally in this space. So, of course, people can't always see the work of the listener. That's something not everyone is manageable. And we have even an extra server for managing listeners of stuff, so it's quite big what we do. And a lot of love and care is behind our work, and everybody who's listeners does this because in his free time. And it's just something to say, people who complain about listeners not being here or in any way that there isn't a lot work behind it should maybe try to approach a listener and talk to them if they don't feel. Daddy home. Sorry. Anyway, just as I said.
I just want to
we
add
need to
one more
talk with
tiny
the
thing
people.
that, like, even as this Q&A was going on, somebody actually sent me a private message asking me what this person should do about this situation. I obviously cannot say what it was for privacy reasons, but it happens all the time at any time, and we obviously can't share about it. So a lot of the work is actually really behind the scenes.
Yes.
So yeah.
Do we still want to go on with questions, or are we basically done?
Aren't there any more questions in the Google Drive?
I got a question for Cap. Okay, so
Oh, no.
Let's say somebody's not part of a role, like a staff member role on Discord. Say they want to start helping out in the community. How do they go about doing that? Like, say somebody wants to run events for the community. How do they go about doing that?
Maybe just like contact one of the mods, honestly. That's probably like the first place to start. Contact one of the mods. They can help you if you want to help out as well. Start from there, I would say, honestly.
Hold on, actually, but if you want me to be completely honest, the people that are mods for the most part today were people that came to me and were like, "Hey, I'm gonna start movie night. Will you announce this for me?" Or, I'm starting this and I'm getting people together. Will you announce this for me? So people that were proactive and started stuff up. It's like, for example, Hyper. He said, I am a tabletop guy. I want to start a tabletop group. How can you spread the word? And so I said, you know what? I'll make you a mod and here's your announcement stuff. Here's your permissions. here's all the tools you need because you took the initiative to get things going.
We have another question in the Google Forms area.
Oh, fun. What is one game or genre you want to make an event out of? I would like to make an event for Path of Exile. I know there's a lot of people who play that. I think there's a few here who play that definitely. So, I want to look into having an event for that. What else? I know Gally here. He's working on having his racing sim league. So, like that's probably like going to be a constant event for him. Good for him. I'm shouting this out for him, by the way. I know he cares about it a lot. He put a lot of work into it. So, you know, if you
What
guys
is
are
that
interested in
exactly?
that, it's I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know that much either. You'd have to ask him.
Gal here, what is that? What are you doing?
He's not here.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
is.
is here. Oh wow! He disappeared out of nowhere.
Basically, it's a group of players who I plan events every Saturday where we race for about an hour on various tracks in different race classes. I can
In
tell
what
you more.
game?
Race 07. I can tell you more in PMs if you need.
I was just curious what it was in general. You answered that.
Okay.
Because I guess this is slightly off topic, but one of the events that Jason actually suggested that I wanted anyway was on Saturday nights. I've been trying to kind of get the I Need to Talk voice channel bumping with like heart to heart so people can come and talk about their week and what they're struggling with. And so that just allows us to kind of grow closer by sharing each other's burdens and getting to know each other. Because you don't have to be alone, you don't have to carry it alone. And forming those bonds and that friendship, it's really important, especially in a place like this.
We also, well, I personally love to do multiplayer games. Like, we've done Air Brawl and Robot Disco Dodgeball, or whatever that one is.
Multiplayer games, yeah, they do work best for events.
I want to do GTA 5 somewhere in the future where we just have a ton of people free roaming or doing missions together or something.
A lot of people do
Well,
already play here, so there's probably gonna be a lot of interest for that.
Like every night this week, I'm pretty sure we've had at least 5 or 6 people just playing GTA in the GTA 5 channel. So I mean, if somebody wanted to make that a regular event, that's a possibility. I could take that on if no one else wanted to, or and I'm sure Decade might like to help with that as well. I don't want to speak for him, but he's very knowledgeable in a lot of the games that could be potential events, like TF2, GTA.
If there's a TF2 event, he should be like the one running it.
Yeah, we did have one TF2 event in the past. I would like to see more from it. It was really fun the first time. So,
Well, actually, I bring up GTA because that sounds like a really great event to start the YouTube channel, because I really want to start recording and editing down events for YouTube and Twitch. But some games are really difficult to do that with.
That is true.
Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt really fast. I would say Jason and Superfly, go talk to Decade, like all three of you, figure out a night or two, pick an event, and set it up, and then we can announce whatever you guys need.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind we can't have every single event on Saturday. Maybe I don't know, maybe on a Monday.
As long as they're not the same people.
Monday's free.
I'm trying to make my tabletop day like
Monday's
Sunday.
like completely free. We can't have like every event on Saturday, so
No. Right now, as the schedule stands, I have tabletop with Deadpool on Wednesday. Thursday night is League night, so Rocket League and League of Legends. Friday is CSGO, and that's run by Dream. Saturday is Guild Wars 2 with Xenon. We have the Racing League with Gala here. Movie night with Crazy About Otters. And
Hang on.
Ash. Saturday.
I said it was Fridays.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I might have written it down. I had it on a sticky note, so let me move that for you. And then the heart-to-heart thing. So that's
Hey,
how it stands. Carry on.
Captain.
Yes.
Trello.
It's more for like mods and stuff than the general
I
community.
had it up there. I went and yelled at my PC mods for a while, and then we bumped out a schedule.
Oh yeah. Wait, you yelled at us?
No.
Besides, I just used it earlier today.
He brought the spoon.
It wasn't so much yelling as bellowing loudly in all on lowercase.
Wait, when was this? I don't.
It was right after we shifted all the mods.
When did you shift all the mods?
Let's play the game of How Behind His Dream.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't remember.
Like a year.
Oh, that joke. I love you.
Oh, that is the best joke. Yes. God, I need to catch up.
So do we have any more questions or comments or anything that we need to hear?
Check the questions.
To respond back to the question we were responding to in the first place, so yeah, there's a few things we want to make events out of. I want to get the CS:GO events set up. That would be nice. I want to try a Path of Exile event. If not, maybe not recurring, but at least one time, maybe recurring if there's enough interest.
I think that ties into one of the older events we were going to be planning on doing. I don't know
Guild
whatever
Wars.
happened to it. No, the whole free-to-play weekly thing. I think Path of Exile ties perfectly into that. If we could start that up again with Path of Exile.
True.
For
Yes.
the start of it, that'd be
Sounds
great.
like we have a lot going on.
We
We
have
do.
a ton going on behind the scenes.
We
that
have, yes.
A lot of people don't know about. We've just been
I
talking
think
nonstop for
I think that's one of the biggest things we need to work on is making
Getting it out
the
there.
community more aware of what's going on and working on the Reddit front and working on the Steam front and working on especially the Discord front to make people aware when they come in. I wish there was a way we could like a personal announcement or schedule people should check. Like when they come in, it kind of pops up for them like, oh, hey, this has been announced to be happening in the next week since you've been on.
We could
I
have
wish that was a thing.
We could have a message being constantly updated or edited in the first what's it called? The first channel they're in, so
Actually,
they know.
I will say Mocap wants to set up a newsletter, so that might be able to fill that void. She's wanted that for almost 4 months now.
Yeah, but we still got the problem with the email domain.
Like
And
the
yeah,
website,
I was thinking about doing an.
the website is great, but I don't see a lot of people using it as much as I do. I check it almost daily, but like I don't know if everybody else is doing that. And if we
Wait,
could
the
get
website's set
From
up?
the from the person who is
I know there's
from
a
the person who
website.
is in charge.
Oh, look, it is. Oh, wow! This is actually really nice looking.
Which one?
Okay.
Hey
from
guys,
the,
let
from the
Mocap talk.
person who's hey, shush.
Let Mocap speak.
The website's shit and it's being redone.
Okay.
Yes.
But I like
Horrible.
it. It looks great though.
It has the
I
old
actually
logo.
like it.
It doesn't have everything that we wanted
It
to
doesn't have a
do.
link.
It's got the old logo.
Who made
we haven't
that?
got email set up. That would be my husband that made that.
No.
Tell Lars I love
Your
him.
husband's creation. Yeah, this is pretty
Shush.
on point.
You guys can't be that mean about my husband because he's the one that's going to
I'm-
redo the website.
I'm being honest. It's actually really good. I like this. I actually like this.
What, the
Yeah,
website right now?
Yeah.
Jameer, what do you do
It's-
again?
It's going bye-bye.
I'm just a hero for fun.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Well, yeah, once Dream sets up CSGO, I got it for
Yeah.
Christmas,
You've been
and I've
playing
never
that
played
for so
before.
I'm finally not gonna be late.
If you're
I'm
terrible,
finally
you
gonna
just
be
get banned
useful
from
for once.
servers. Trust me, I know.
My body is ready.
I don't think there's any servers I'm allowed on anymore.
We can have our own server. Actually, so this would be a good time since there's a decent number of you here. I'm not sure how much server space we have left, but we do have enough to, I think, host 1 or 2 questions. Or sorry, sorry, 1 or 2 servers.
Yeah,
Question.
I actually had a question about those.
5.
So up in servers and links, you have all these servers that are listed, but like I tried to go on the TeamSpeak, I tried to go on the TF2, and they're just not up anymore. What's the situation with those?
Do you remember my best friend in the whole world, Canadian?
Yeah,
Those were the days.
Oh yeah, that was pretty fun.
The servers and links is actually going away because I set up this portal page, which I'm going to post in orange, and it actually is like an updated roadmap that has our active servers and everything that is more relevant. Actually, I'm going to post this in green because green seems to be dead. But if you guys want to take a peek. Yeah. So it does everything you guys could possibly want. Actually, there's a hotline number page. Now that I look at that.
And have all the hotlines instead of like 3.
Hotline, a hotline portal. I made a bad joke. Nobody understood it.
I'm very glad you made the joke, because I was going to make it if you didn't.
Okay, would you guys be interested in a TF2 night /server? Because it looks like somebody just offered to host it for us.
I feel like it would be better. Wait, a server for it or a server on Discord for it?
A game server.
Question.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
considering there's several of us playing TF2 again.
Yeah.
The TF2 server. Will we have mod powers on it for the people that will be modding it?
I would
like
hope
during
so.
the event.
Like, how's that even?
Because last time
gonna
we
work?
didn't.
Yeah.
Last time we kind of
yeah,
went
yeah.
with like, let's just go with it.
Hmm. It went mostly fine.
Yeah, it was
Last
kind
time-
of fine.
Mostly.
Kind of.
Issues, but I still generally enjoyed it. I generally
It
enjoyed
was
playing for like
pretty-
3
yeah.
hours in a game I don't like that much.
Yeah, you would have admin powers.
Okay.
Mods get mod once it's set up.
Right.
So maybe we could put Decade in charge of that.
I think I'd like to guarantee that we
Decade
have
would be the
like
god of
enough people for like at least one event for the server opening up. If you get what I mean.
I wouldn't think it was
So-
a permanent server. Maybe just for a little bit and then it goes back down or comes up again when we need it. I don't know.
Yeah, but like I mean, what am I trying to say here? We need to guarantee like enough people would be interested in order to have like that server up. You know what I mean? Because like if it's like if there's like 8 people who are interested, do you really want to play 4v4 TF2? It's better with more people. You know what I mean?
Then I say we just pick a night and launch the server.
Right.
Give it a test run, see how it goes from there.
Yes.
Sounds good.
How are we gonna do CS:GO night? Like, are we gonna have our own server for that too? I'm not sure how exactly that would work.
Well, you could, depending on how many people there are, like just make a party, or you could get your own server.
We could make just a party or a server.
I think it's the same situation as the TF2 night. Ping interest in group with a Google Doc form, and then just, I don't know, like ask for Discord name / Steam name, and just like not even recognize who's in the names, just like see how many people ping, and if it's like 6, then yeah, just do a party. But if it's like 25 or something, we probably should get a server together before we do that. So like set up a thing 2 weeks ahead of time and then do that.
We could make it a Steam thing, actually, if we want to bring back support into that.
That's a great idea too.
Could
do
do both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both, yes, definitely, but like, make it a little bit more Steam centric.
Okay.
So there's that. Again, Path of Exile as well. I want to see what we can do with that. That might be a little easier. Yeah. So next question, if there is any.
I think you should ask Mocap how she feels about salads.
Mocap, how do you feel? How do you feel
Yeah.
about John Cena?
No. Real talk for a second. Mocap, I seriously want to know how you feel about salad because salad is the base of my existence, alright?
Oh
Like,
no.
if you're the type of person who prefers to eat a
Oh
salad like out of nowhere,
no.
you're the type of person I don't want in my life.
Wait, that likes to eat a salad out of where?
Just out of nowhere. Like, say you're sitting on the couch watching TV and you have a craving for salad. Are you that type of person?
It depends what you define as salad.
Yeah,
Anything with
anything
A couple
can be
ranch dressing.
anything can be a salad. Anything can be a salad. Think about that. There's
Like-
potato
like-
salad. There's
No,
Caesar
I'm
salad.
talking
There's
straight
pizza
up like
salad.
a romaine.
There's ice cream
Okay.
salad.
There's
So what if
freaking,
I'm
like-
sitting on the sofa with my husband and I
mean,
just
there's
get this sudden
always
craving for something cold and sweet and crunchy, and I went to the fridge for a carrot?
No. Candy is cold and sweet and crunchy.
You want to
not what I'm-
rephrase that?
Here, let me rephrase this. Say you're sitting on the couch with your husband watching Home Makeover, whatever you watch, and you're like, okay,
Sure.
or you're watching Bob Ross. I don't know. You say, oh my gosh, I want a salad. You know, lettuce, and it's like romaine lettuce with a bunch of garbage in it. Is that you?
No.
Okay, thank God.
That's me.
No, we
No,
can't.
it could be like
Why
I could be
can't
like
we
at 9 o'clock in
be
the morning.
friends?
At 9 o'clock in the morning, just after I've eaten my breakfast, I think at lunch I'll have a salad, and then I make my salad and I
No.
put it in the fridge, and it comes to lunchtime and I go out and buy a burger.
That's a good idea. You know, make plans and don't keep them. Just go with what your heart wants and not what your mind wants.
If you
So
put
many
lettuce in
bags
front of me, I will eat it.
Yeah, I'll eat it if you put it in front of me.
Listen, I have this absolute hatred for any type of salad, whether it's romaine
Well,
or
it
it's
was nice knowing you, Zephyrin.
I'm not kidding. Like, this is a very serious issue for me, and I don't know where it comes from.
Why do you care what
We
people
hate
like?
salad because if
Okay.
you prefer to eat
The
a
real
salad over a
question-
cheeseburger, then
real
something is
question
wrong with you. Like, I can't stand salad. It's like it has something to do with like the white bits in the salad that just taste like utter dirt, and I just can't go with that. Listen. Like, say you take romaine or you take an iceberg lettuce, and say you peel away the stem or whatever you do, right? And you prepare it so that there's still a little bit of end of the leaf where it was connected to the stem. That is the nastiest thing I have ever had the displeasure of.